Today, we are honored to interview Lord Sharpe, the UK's Home Office Minister for Public Safety and National Security in the House of Lords. With his visit to Grand Cayman and a packed schedule, we have an opportunity to delve into the details of his work and visit. Lord Sharpe, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, thank you.
Can you share with us some of the activities that you enjoyed during your time here and that was actually planned for you?
Of course, I've had an action-packed 3 days. So I've spent a lot of time with Commissioner Walton and the police force. I've just been out on the Coast Guard boats with Commander Scotland and the Coast Guard. I spent some time with the Hazard Management Unit and Danny. I've spent some time with the Customs and Border Control guys. Mr. Clifford particularly springs to mind there. So I've really had a very comprehensive introduction into the various aspects of the work that I do in London that is replicated and done over here, and obviously how we can help and maintain the dialogue going forward.
What would you say is the primary reason for your visit here in the Cayman Islands?
Well, I think I needed to appreciate the various challenges that are faced by all of the various units that I've discussed. Actually, I should have also mentioned CEMA, the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority, because obviously the scale of the threat that we face is universal. So I spent a lot of time talking to the cyber guys and the digital forensics guys in the police force, as well as just seeing the more general aspects of policing. And it's really important to understand the challenges that are particular to the Cayman Islands, the challenges that we all share, the various common responses that we can deliver to some of those things, but also how we maintain a constructive dialogue going forward, because there's plenty that we can learn from the way that things are done here, and hopefully in reverse too.
So tell me a little bit about your time spent with the RCIPS and Customs and Border Control, as well as the Coast Guard. Just elaborate a little bit more on the significance of that interaction.
Well, the significance is it's very obvious in terms of the border and customs force. There are obviously illegal migration challenges that the world faces, and some of them are common to the Cayman Islands, some of them very specific to the Cayman Islands. So it's important to understand how the training and help package that has been delivered by the Home Office is being put into operation. And I have to say, I think it's being done excellently in the Cayman Islands. From a police point of view, Commissioner Walton showed me around some of the higher crime areas and explained the scale of gun challenges, some of the other law enforcement challenges that he faces. But we've also been, as I've just mentioned, talking to the cyber security professionals and the digital forensics professionals as well. Because as you know, cyber crime is a crime that respects no borders. It is pervasive, it affects all of us. And so any response that we all deliver has to be a multinational one. It can't just be done in silos, individual silos.
When it comes to your visit in general, what would you say you enjoyed the most?
I would hesitate to pick out any one thing. It has all genuinely been fascinating. I think the thing I've appreciated the most, and I mean this very sincerely, is just the absolute excellence of the way things are done in the Cayman Islands. You should be very proud of your agencies. They've all been absolutely first-rate and incredibly enthusiastic and incredibly professional. And I'm certainly going to take that message back to London and to the rest of government and make sure it's widely understood.
Any particular insights and conclusions during your visit to all of the partners that you've met with? Well,
yes, there are. Well, firstly, obviously, the need to maintain the dialogue that I talked about earlier. This is very much a two-way street. We can all help each other. And I think I have a better appreciation now of the various challenges that are faced by the Cayman Islands, but also the sorts of areas where we can perhaps help a little bit more in terms of equipment, training, personnel and so on. So one of the things I will be going back, I mean, I won't discuss the operational aspects of it for obvious reasons, but we will be discussing with various Home Office entities the various bits of help that we can perhaps provide in the future, which hopefully will make lives easier here when it comes to border integrity and law enforcement.
Now, obviously the Cayman Islands is an overseas territory. Do you feel that it was crucial for you to come and visit not just the Cayman Islands, but any overseas territory?
I think so. I'm the Minister in the Home Office with responsibility for the overseas territories. It's easy to read on a paper what challenges are and what's been happening, but it's much better to see it up front and personal, if you like. that's when you really get an understanding of exactly how people work and how they respond to those challenges, which you just can't get if you're just reading about it. So I think it's very necessary. And again, I think in terms of seeing all of the OTs, particularly in the Caribbean, it's important to understand where the skills are. And from my experience, in terms of regional skills, they're here in abundance.
And how do you anticipate the partnership then? I mean, I know you mentioned it a moment ago, moving forward after today and after your visit here in 2024.
I think sometimes in London, you're a long way away. We have this new joint strategy which we're working through, and I think it's very important for all of the departments that have equity in that particular strategy to make their case. So I intend to make the Home Office case on behalf of Commander Scotland, on behalf of Commissioner Walton, on behalf of SEMA, very, very clear to all of the other government departments that are also have interest in this particular area. And I think it'll help perhaps clarify the defining of the strategy going forward.
Now, on a lighter note, I noticed you came in on a boat and you experienced the oceans of the Cayman Islands. What was it like for you out there?
It's beautiful. You should be very proud. You're very lucky to have the ocean. I don't know if this was told to you, but I'm a very keen scuba diver.
Okay.
And I really want to come back and do some scuba diving here because the oceans are world famous. And it's a genuine resource, and you should be very proud of it. You should also, and this is very much for Commander Scotland, be very protective of your maritime domain because it's incredibly important to all of our futures. Somebody described the Cayman Islands to me as a little island state, but a great ocean country, and that's so true.
Wow.
A great ocean country.
Well, we're surely very happy that you've enjoyed your time spent with the organizations here in the Cayman Islands, but also enjoyed a little bit of Caymankind.
Everybody's been very kind to me. I'd like to place on record my huge thanks to the Governor and to the Premier for looking after us all so well, and I look forward to coming back.
All right, and we look forward to you coming back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lord Sharpe.
It's been a pleasure.
For your valuable insights.
Thank you.
Thank you. And stay tuned for more updates on Lord Sharpe's impactful initiatives here in the Cayman Islands, and thank you for watching.